Hello everyone, I am the Traveling Sports Nerd, and I am back in the belly of the beast as a Wolverine fan. I am here in Columbus, Ohio to see my first ever Columbus Crew soccer game. Unlike the big four sports where there's always a Detroit team that's 20 minutes away, this is the closest Major League Soccer team to me back at home. It's about a 3.5-hour drive. This will be my second ever MLS game after seeing a Minnesota United game last year. I remember when I was a little kid visiting Columbus with my family and driving by what's now known as the historic Crew Stadium, which was the first ever soccer-specific stadium in the country, essentially. But it was a little more bare bones compared to what you see across the country now. So in 2021, the Crew moved into a brand new facility, lower.com field, and that's where I will be tonight. As I'm filming this, I'm watching people walk by me right now, all dressed head to toe in black and yellow. Looks really good. I'm going to get heading over to the stadium. I will check back with you in a little bit. Hello everyone, I am back here in Metro Detroit. The final score of the match was Columbus Crew 2, Vancouver Whitecaps 1. This was my second MLS game in as many seasons, and I had a ton of fun. This was really awesome. I've only been to 3 soccer stadiums all time, and I've only been to 2 MLS stadiums. Both of them were fantastic. Allianz Field in St. Paul, and now, of course, Lower.com Field in Columbus, Ohio. Just a really great venue. You had sort of an open concourse layout throughout parts of the stadium. For me, a big part of the MLS game experience and the enjoyment of it is just the atmosphere. I love that they had their own little twist on I Can't Help Falling in Love with You being changed to Can't Help Falling in Love with Crew. I thought that was really sweet. Kind of reminded me of You'll Never Walk Alone as a Liverpool supporter. And then I had a couple of season ticket holders who were sitting next to me who were so welcoming. They shared with me a little bit of the lore surrounding their club and told me a little bit about the team that they currently have. And I was so grateful for that. If you guys are watching this, thank you for having a chat with me. I really appreciate it. This match was a big upset. I didn't even know going in that Vancouver Whitecaps had like the best record in MLS going in. And the Columbus Crew were on a little bit of a losing skid, or at least a winless skid. Big win for the Crew. Awesome that they scored a goal like a minute into the game. It was pretty crazy. I got a couple of pins at this game. The first one that I got didn't cost me a dime. Well, outside of buying a ticket to the game, I got a pin for it being my first ever Columbus Crew match. I've never seen that before. Usually they'll do buttons. I've seen that before for a first game. But a lapel pin for the first game is so awesome. I was very happy to collect that. And then I did get a pin with the Columbus Crew logo. I believe they changed to this logo a few years ago. It used to be a logo where it said the Crew and had a few men on it. Now it's just that C on sort of a pennant, and it's got the 96 to represent the year of the club's founding. I do believe that Columbus holds a special place in American soccer history. They are one of, if not the first city in the country to create a soccer-specific stadium, at least at the professional level. That building is now known as the historic Crew Stadium. That's where they played before they moved downtown to Lower.com Field. Never been to a game there, but I remember driving by there as a kid when I went on a family trip to Columbus. Thought that looked like a cool place, but architecturally, it doesn't look like it held a candle to Lower.com Field. Lower.com Field, just a very nice venue, really aesthetically pretty. I loved the smokestack tower off in the distance. It just added a small yet distinct architectural feature that made this place feel unique. I just had a ton of fun at this game. This is one of my favorite sporting experiences that I've had in a while. I am really enjoying going to MLS games, and I would love to go see more. And if you enjoy these MLS videos, stay tuned. I have another one planned for July. If you live in and around Columbus, Ohio, if you live in the Columbus Metro, I would definitely recommend checking out a Columbus Crew game. The atmosphere in the stadium for 90 minutes of action was great. It was energetic, and look, I'm a Michigan man, so I don't know if I ever see myself rooting for a Columbus team full time, but if you want to get into that, I definitely recommend it. Club culture was great, and I believe they're one of the founding clubs of MLS, so that's how you get sort of a deeper culture as far as some of these other MLS teams. MLS has gone through a really big expansion phase over the past decade or so. So a lot of these clubs are only 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. Columbus Crew are going to celebrate their 30th anniversary as a franchise next year. And so it definitely feels like they have a bit more of an identity and a bit more of a deeper entrenched fan culture. And that all was awesome to see. And those are all great reasons to go check out a Crew game yourself. I would highly recommend it. Thank you so much for watching. I am the Traveling Sports Nerd, and I will see you next time.